How's it going, everyone? It's time once again for a weekly watch list. What this is basically the top setups I'm watching for the upcoming week and how I'm going to trade them. So let's get right into this. And if you trade futures or options, you're in the right place, okay? Because that's what we do here. I mainly trade futures, but for NQ you can trade QQQ options, and for ES you can trade SPY options based off them levels. And of course, I will have SPY and QQQ levels. So let's get right into this. First up, ticker NQ. A little different this week. I have support and resistance, areas of confluence charted here. And that's what I'm going to be watching for a possible trade. Trying something a little different on NQ this week. You know, the recent change in the market requires even more of a sniper entry or more of a, wider stop loss. So that's what I'm trying to adjust to here. I'm going to trade these levels this week, see how they do. I don't really have any issues trading support and resistance with NQ, but sometimes I have noticed in the past when I've tried it once before that sometimes you do miss the moves because, from what I've seen, NQ respects supply and demand the best. And that's why I stick to the hourly time frame when possible when trading NQ supply and demand. Anyways, I could ramble on all day. Let's get going. So the closest two levels I have, we have resistance here, support here. So basically, I'm looking for the 5-minute time frame to confirm. That's my go-to. Possibly go a little lower time frame for support and resistance confirmation. We'll see how it plays out. But I want to see us come up, test this zone, get the confirmation candle, and even possibly wait on that 50% retracement of the confirmation candle to enter to allow for a little less risk on the trade. That's what I'm looking for there. Looking for a possible long entry. And again, if you only trade options, you can trade QQQ based off this level. Okay, QQQ options. But looking for a bounce around this 18276 area. If we lose that, I'm sure I'll have some fresh zones throughout the week. But I don't have nothing for a long ways that I'll be interested in trading until we get back down around the 16,500 area. Keep in mind, we will be creating new hourly supplies throughout the week. So join the Instagram live of a morning. Starts around 8 a.m. Eastern time. We create a watch list. Occasionally we catch a trade if it's, if there's one to be caught. Be sure you tune in for that to get the updated zones throughout the week. And above here, I have a couple very clear resistance levels I'm going to watch if something happens we get there. And I want to say one more thing about this level I left off earlier. If we break above it, say we invalidate it, we break above it, nice strong close above. Going to look for the retest, pull back retest of that for a possible long entry, okay? The same way we treat our zones, but we're trading support and resistance here. Pretty straightforward for me. So if I got into this trade, let's say we're looking at the 5-minute time frame. Just a quick example. We come up, we pump up, close up here. It's invalid. If we get in this trade, we get confirmation, we get in, we push back up and close above, it's invalid for me. Very straightforward. So up next, ticker ES. Don't worry, SPY and QQQ are coming next. And real quick, if you're looking to get funded, you want to try a new funded account, you don't know what to trust, check out Take Profit Trader, okay? You got 0 activation fees after you pass the eval, and you can reach a payout on day 1 if you meet the requirements. Use code Grizzly for the available discount, the best available. I'll leave a link in the description. Now, to take a look at ES, we do have a zone here on ES I'm going to watch. Starts around that, basically around that 4,900. 4,903 is the top. Kind of a big zone, 4,874 close to the bottom there. Not interested in entering anywhere inside. Once we come down test, once we come out with confirmation, that's where I want to take my long entry, okay? And I have resistance here. Yeah, we could pull it a little lower down. Actually, let's do that. I like that. Put a resistance right here, okay? Look for the possible reject. Above that, don't really have much for a long ways. Again, we'll look for the break above retest. If something happens, we don't reject and get a nice short entry. So we'll look for a break above retest for longs. Or if we come up and hit it and confirm shorts, we'll try that. So pretty straightforward, right? Up next, ticker SPY, SPY. Can trade ES futures or SPY options with this, or even SPX options if that's what you like. So nothing crazy here on SPY. Have a bounce down around this 487.5. We do have support around 409.4. Look for a possible bounce there for calls or ES longs. As far as demand, I like this demand right at this gap fill where I placed the bottom of my zone, watching around 545.3 for a possible reject on SPY for puts or ES shorts. Something happens when, I don't think it'll be this week, but if we do push back up, who knows with this market, right? Some crazy moves I never thought I'd see. But looking for reject back up around this 569.5, okay, for puts or shorts. Last but not least, QQQ. I like the NQ chart better. Feel free to trade, QQQ based off the NQ chart, but these are the zones I'm going to watch on QQQ. Same thing you've seen on SPY, gap fill level. Looking for reject here for puts or NQ shorts. A bounce down here for calls or NQ longs, everyone. Pretty straightforward week. Again, be sure you tune into the Instagram live for the daily updates. Very important in this market. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments. I just want to say I appreciate the support over the years. We have been doing this a long time together. Let's just keep it going. All right. Again, appreciate you all and see you in the morning for some live trading.